Hi, I'm Melissa. Welcome to Yoga for Anxiety. Today, I have a 10-minute yoga practice for seniors and beginners. So sometimes we just don't have enough time to do a full yoga practice. That's why I created this 10-minute practice. I know I get busy, I'm a mom. Sometimes it's just crazy, and you do what you can. But it's better to practice for 10 minutes once a day than 4 hours once a week. So if you can get 10 minutes in, this video is great for you. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I like to start with some shoulder shrugs. So you can take your shoulders up, back, and down. We'll do that again. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. And just really think about relaxing and releasing your shoulders. I tend to hold a lot of stress and tension in my shoulders. So shoulder shrugs are a great way to just let go of that tightness in the shoulders. You got it. Let's do 2 more right here. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. And one more time, just relax the shoulders. Great. Let's come to tabletop position. You can thread your legs behind you and come up onto your hands and your knees. Take a moment here in your tabletop. Make sure your knees are stacked under your hips. And then make sure your wrists are right under your shoulders. Spread your fingertips out wide. We'll do a few cat-cows here to warm up the spine. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, round through the back. Inhale, lift the chest for cow pose. And then exhale, round the back for cat pose. Take a deep breath in, gently squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then exhale, hollow out the belly. Let's do that a few more times with our breath. Inhale, and then exhale, release. Good. Inhale, lift for cow pose, and then exhale, release for cat pose. And once more, inhale. And exhale, release. From here, we'll come to child's pose. You can take your knees wide out to the sides of the mat. Reach your fingertips to the top of the mat and relax your forehead down to the earth. Just find your breath here in child's pose. And if you'd like, you can add a little bit of movement into your child's pose. Gently rocking your head from side to side. Gently sway your hips from side to side. Just find a little bit of movement that feels good to you today. Once you're ready, find stillness and gently begin to push yourself back up to tabletop position. From here, you can curl your toes under and then straighten your legs. Come to Ragdoll pose. So for Ragdoll, you're just going to hang your head heavy like a ragdoll. We'll start with our feet a little bit wider than hip distance. So you want to have your stance a little bit wider. Grab onto opposite elbows. Start to make a figure 8 pattern with your arms. So you're gently kind of swaying your weight into one foot and then the other. And then as you sway your weight from side to side, you're making a figure 8 with your arms. And I want you to just really breathe deeply into this movement. This is a great stretch for your hamstrings and for your back. Think about releasing the head and the neck. So let your head and neck just relax. Don't hold any tightness in the neck. Good. From here, find stillness. You can toe heel your feet a little bit closer so they're hip distance apart. You can check that by placing your fists together and put them right between your feet. So that's about hip distance apart. You can kind of measure that there. Good. So once again, grab onto opposite elbows. We're coming into Ragdoll with a closer stance. From here, interlace your hands behind your back and then lift your hands up to the sky. So this is a little bit deeper stretch. You're getting some chest opening here. And you may feel a little bit more of a stretch in the hamstrings. Just continue to breathe into this pose. Take one more inhale, and then as you exhale, slowly lower your hands back down to the mat. Bend your knees and come down to a seated position. And come back onto all fours, so just transition back to tabletop position. From tabletop position, take your hands about 1 foot in front of where they are now. So you're moving a little bit closer to the top of the mat. Extend your legs behind you and rise to high plank pose. We're going to come into downward facing dog. So from high plank, I want you to push your hips all the way back and bend your knees deeply. From here, lift your hips up towards the sky. Come up onto the balls of your feet. Think about reaching your tailbone to the sky. Then start to lower your heels back down to the mat, but keep your tailbone reaching up towards the ceiling. Your weight is in the palms of your hands. Think about melting your heart closer to the mat. And then if you'd like, you can bend one knee at a time, just walking out your dog. And gently shake your head from side to side. Think about releasing the head and the neck. You should feel a nice stretch in the calves and in the hamstrings. So we're doing a little bit of dynamic movement in our downward facing dog. And then once you're ready, find stillness, bend the knees one more time, lift the hips up towards the sky, and then lower the heels down. Come back to your downward facing dog. Continue to breathe here. Once you're ready, bend your knees, lower down to tabletop position. From here, rock over and come onto your back. And keep your knees bent. Keep the soles of your feet close to your hips. If you have a block, go ahead and grab your block. We're going to come into a supported bridge pose. Put your block on the lowest setting and place your block underneath your sacrum. It's a little bit lower than your low back. Once your block is underneath you, rotate the palms of your hands up towards the ceiling and gently rock your shoulder blades underneath you to open your chest. Take your gaze up to the ceiling and just allow yourself to relax and release here for a few minutes. This supported bridge pose is a really great chest opener, and it's also a relaxing pose. It's a great way to just release and let go. Good. You can stay right here in the supported bridge pose, or if you'd like to come to legs up the wall, one at a time, you can lift your leg so that the sole of your foot is coming up to the ceiling. And then if that feels good, you can lift your other leg as well. So this is legs up the wall pose using a block to lift the hips. So you could also do this against the wall, but this is a great way to do it in the middle of a room. So just continue to breathe here. Just allowing your body to relax and let go. Take one more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly lower one leg at a time back down to your mat. You can lift your hips and remove your block. Place your block off to the side. Lower your hips down to the mat. And then from here, hug both of your knees into your chest. Gently rock from side to side. Give yourself a little back massage. You can move in a circular motion. You can move side to side. I just want you to move in a way that's feeling good for your body. This always feels really good on my back. It's just a nice way to gently release any tight muscles in the back. All right, once you feel complete, You can release your hands from your legs. Gently rock onto one side and use your arm to slowly push yourself up to a seated position. Thanks for doing that quick 10-minute yoga practice with me today. I hope this is something you can use in your busy life. I'll see you soon. Namaste.